The Beverly Hills Supper Club Fire Case Study by Ruben Anaya, Justin Moore, and Hugo Racinos. The Beverly Hills Supper Club fire happened during Memorial Day weekend on Saturday, May 28, 1977 in Southgate, Kentucky. The Beverly Hills Supper Club was a popular upscale venue that often hosted nationally known entertainers. The Beverly Hills Supper Club's original facility had been expanded multiple times, and the club included multiple restaurant rooms, private party rooms, and 2 performance rooms. The original 2-story facility was constructed in 1937, and several additions and renovations were completed in the next 33 years until a major rebuilding project took place following a fire in 1970, where no deaths occurred. The construction of the facility was classified as non-combustible, meaning steel frame, masonry walls, and poured concrete floors. Throughout the facility, wood framing was utilized for interior partitions in several areas of the complex to section off all the rooms. The interior of the facility was decorated with wood paneling, draperies, and carpeting, among other combustible finishes, as seen here on this slide. On the evening of May 28, 1977, singer John Davidson was scheduled to appear in the Cabaret Room at an 8:30 p.m. show and an 11:30 p.m. show, with approximately 1,200 to 1,300 people attending the show that night. The night of the fire, the club was occupied by about 2,800 people. The fire originated in the Zebra Room, located here. It was a small, unoccupied room on the opposite end of the club from the Cabaret Room, here. It is said that the fire burned for a considerable amount of time before it was discovered at 8:50 p.m. The fire was discovered by a staff member. The Beverly Hills Supper Club staff attempted to extinguish the fire before notifying occupants to leave the building and before calling the fire department. At approximately 9:01 p.m., dispatchers received the first call and Newport firefighters were dispatched. Shortly after dispatchers received the first call, busboy Walter Bailey interrupts the show to notify everyone to exit the building. At approximately 9:04 p.m., the first rescue van arrived while patrons were exiting the building. Findings. The cause of the Beverly Hills Supper Club fire was never clearly determined. Many believe it was simply faulty wiring. However, it is agreed upon across the board that overcrowding, inadequate numbers of exits, convoluted paths to those exits, lack of firewalls, and highly flammable interior components led to the historic carnage. Overcrowding in the Cabaret Room, where most of the 165 victims perished, contained approximately 1,200 people. That's 300 more than its legal capacity. There was not enough exits for the amount of patrons in the Cabaret Room, and many routes and exits were blocked by the abundance of tables and chairs. Smoke and flames rapidly filled the Cabaret Room and the Garden Room, trapping many of the patrons before they could reach an exit, along with tables and chairs jamming the aisles and ramps of the Cabaret Room, as annotated here. Exit A is where they found approximately 99 bodies. 2 of the 3 exits in the Cabaret Room, Exit A and Exit B, became blocked by this smoke and heat rapidly, forcing almost all the patrons in the room to attempt to reach the only remaining exit, which was Exit C. Reports say that around 133 bodies were found by Exits A and B alone, due to either exits not being properly marked or routes to the exits not being marked. The building's wood framing, lack of fire separation devices, and interior finish led to the fire rapidly spreading from the zebra room to the cabaret room in what is said to have been a matter of 2 to 5 minutes. Fire suppression in the Beverly Hills Supper Club only consisted of portable fire extinguishers. The building was not equipped with automatic sprinklers or a standpipe system. The complex did not contain an alarm system or any smoke detection devices. After the firefighters arrived, they shortly got word that people were still trapped in the cabaret room, and firefighters directed efforts towards rescuing those inside rather than battling the blaze. Just after midnight, the roof of the Beverly Hills Supper Club collapsed and was believed to have killed everyone left inside. Overnight, firefighters continued to fight, but by dawn, rescuers had pulled 162 bodies from inside the Beverly Hills Supper Club. Due to the devastating loss of all those people, the University of Cincinnati opened a fire aftermath center, helping hundreds of people.
165 died in the fire, hundreds escaped, but many suffered deep mental anguish. To help such persons, a fire aftermath center was established at the University of Cincinnati. Carl Mark, a cabaret room bartender, is one who was helped by the center. It's not easy to just get up out of your hotel and go down to the center, see what's going on, maybe they can help. It's a really hard thing to do, but I just think they can help a lot of people. I've been through it, and I've been to the center, and the center, with my good friends, have really helped.
The total death count was 165 people. 162 died in the fire, and 3 either on the way to the hospital or at the hospital. The fire also injured 200 others. Regulations that followed. In the next edition of the Life Safety Code 1981, following the fire, changes were made in the following areas. Both new and existing assembly occupancies with occupant load exceeding 300 people were required for the first time to have a fire alarm system complete with the voice message. New assembly occupancies with occupant loads exceeding 300 people were required for the first time to be sprinklered. And that concludes our presentation. Thank you for watching.